welcome. Oh, happy Wednesday, my League of Eagles. It's me, Joy Ruffen, your Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings. I'm so grateful that you're here because every Wednesday we gather for another episode of Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies. And we've changed that around a wee bit starting August. It's going to be Leading Ladies and Lords Leaving Legacies. I bet you can't wait because we're not sexist. We want to have men and women on this show. We will be streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and all the other platforms, and my website. And it's a gift for me each and every week when I come to you, because as Joy Ruffen, your Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings, I'm also your signature style specialist and leadership specialist. And the theme this month, oh, it's so fitting. We just celebrated 250 years. It's all about you, framed in freedom, because you're here to rise, you're here to soar, and you're here to get into your individuality and be all that you came here to be. This is Earth School. Every Wednesday, I bring you a featured guest speaker. And today, oh, this woman I hold in my heart because we had so many issues back when she was scheduled in May. Technical issues. You know, all of you who know me, you know I'm not techie, but I love this stuff and I never say die. My featured guest speaker is Valarie L. Harris. Now, Valarie would say that she's known as Coach Valygrl, Val Girl. She's a AI coach and so much more. I just want you to sit back and relax, whatever that means to you. I'm not going to even share with you a little bit of her background because we're running a wee bit, and I want to give you all of Valarie that we can share with you today because Valarie is full of information. She's a Facebook expert, and this is a genuine expert. This is not one of those fake pseudos. So grab whatever makes you comfortable and help me welcome our featured guest speaker. Valarie, as they say, come on up and welcome.
Hi. How are you? Thank you, Joy.
I'm thanking you because, you know, last time you were here in May, the 1st of May, and oh, did I have issues on my end. It wasn't you. And so you decided to come back and grace us again because the work that you're doing, Valarie, as an AI time and freedom expert, a coach, and Valley. I love that you label yourself Valley Girl. But
Valley Girl.
Tell us how you came to that and what you're really doing as a Valley Girl.
Well, actually, it's a nickname. I went to Coronado High School for 2 of my years, 9th and 10th grade, and I just embodied that whole Valley Girl scene back in the 80s. That was back in the 80s, way back then, and you know, like, oh my God, and totally awesome. So I embody that. And my business coach said, you know what, why don't you go with that with your branding? It fits you, it's you. So just be you, and that's me.
Well, that was the expression back there too, Valarie. Be you, be all that you're here to be, and be the best you that you can be. And that's what you're all about. Yeah. You know, I love all of the things that you do. And I met you in this phenomenal, fantastic networking group that we both belong to, the Mary West Network. And she's going to be a featured guest next week. But tell us about what you're doing now as succinctly as you can. And then we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of what you're doing.
So what am I doing? Like, what am I doing right now? Or just like,
what are you doing? Thank you for qualifying that. What are you doing right now as far as AI is concerned, what you're doing in your coaching and consulting, as far as Facebook and how you're combining and connecting it all together?
Right. So I'm called the Time Freedom Freak. That's the name I coined for myself. But AI is a big part of that because, you know, like you, I love tech. I love technology, and I'm on board with all of it whenever something new comes out. And I realize AI is a tool that we can use to get things done faster so we can get to the things that we actually really want to do and be with the people we want to be with and stop wasting time. You now do that. So I am an educator of AI, a user, of course. I'm certified in different kinds of areas of AI. I love AI to death if it's used ethically, morally. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to educate everybody on how to best use it for their business.
That sounds to me quite plausible for everybody to take to heart and soul, because AI is coming in whether you want it to or not. And
Yes.
you are coming and getting on board and learning the ins and outs and everything about it so that you can share that knowledge and wisdom with others. And you, like me, you love technology, but you're much more proficient than I am. And I don't give you kudos and put a crown on your head. But technology and AI is, you got to get the lay of the land. Tell us how you are taking clients from visibility to getting into away from this time wasting and getting more in sync with how to utilize and use AI in the best way for them.
Right. So two things are that I am a certified AI prompt engineer. So learning how to speak to the different AI models is very
Ah,
important. And I'm also a certified AI data machine analyst, which means I know how the inner workings of the AI platform works. Not that I needed to do that, but I wanted to, I was so excited about AI. I just wanted to know what makes it tick. How can we make it better and how can we use it for our business? So
mm,
now I show entrepreneurs, business owners how they can streamline their processes, their day to day, the mundane tasks that we all have, every one of us have, whether
mhm.
that's accounting, email marketing, coming up with social media content, coming up with ideas on what your next YouTube video should be, how to create that title. You can use AI to help you brainstorm. It's not taking over what you already do because AI only puts out what you give it. And if you're going to put out crap, you're going to get crap. So you still have to be able to think and be come up with ideas, but it helps take whatever is in your mind, whether you're jumbled up, you can throw it all out on AI and help you organize it, map it out for you, and just make things easier for you so that you're not sitting there staring at a blank screen wondering, gosh, what do I post today? What kind of video should I do? What do I talk about in this blog? What
Mm.
email should I send out? What should that say in that email? And people spend hours getting nothing done. They're busy, but they're not being productive. So now with AI, you can be productive, get stuff done, and go and work on your business or go sit on your deck and drink some lemonade, do whatever you want. With AI as a tool, if you know how to use it the right way and how to plug it into your business, game changer, game changer.
It
It
is
really
a
is.
game changer. It really is. And you're taking us away from being broken, burned out, and utilizing it to the max. And you use a terminology there, Valerie, which I want you to piggyback on a little bit,
Okay.
because I'm a wordsmith and a language person pretty much. And you said a prompt engineer. You had two different, and a data analysis and so on. But the prompt engineer is what really spoke to me.
Mhm.
How to speak to it and get it to know your lingo, your language, and how your flavor and how you flair and flow with what you say. That's major, because I can tell that so many people are not doing that.
No.
How are
Yeah.
you getting people to talk to AI and use it as a prompt? You prompt engineer, I love that verbiage. So tell us a little bit more.
I
Tell
wish
us a
I
little
had
bit.
came up with it, but I didn't. But the school I went to,
It
that's,
fits. It
prompt
fits.
engineering course, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that I need that. I
I
need that in
like
my
that.
life."
I like that. How do you take that though and take it to the individual who utilizes it and needs it, as I do, and have them utilize it? Give us some seeds about how you go about that.
Right. So, and I try not to get because prompt engineering, most people, most business owners, yes, we all know how to use Chat or Claude or
Yes.
whatever platform you're using, and you
Mhm.
know how to put things in there and get something out of it. But the average business owner, the average entrepreneur
Yes.
doesn't know the nuances of prompting.
There you
It's
go.
more than just I want you to create this and this. There's a lot more to it. So understanding the model itself. So prompt, that's why I took data machine analyst. So I know how the different models work. What do we need to input it to get what I really want out of it? And yes, you need to teach it your voice, your tone, your style, your branding, your flair, what you like, what you don't like, everything about your business. But it's a process of actually getting it to understand your business even more by a different set of rules that you have to input into it. Like I said, I don't like to get techie with my clients. So I
Mhm.
basically
Mhm.
tell it, we're going to teach your model that you're using how to teach you how to teach it to do what you want it to do. And I know that sounds crazy.
No,
Teaching
it
your
doesn't.
model how to teach you how to teach it to get what you want out of what you're trying to, do in your day-to-day business. And it takes a minute. Everybody thinks it's like this, and it is
Ah,
not. It is a craft. You have to tone it, hone it, school it, get it just right, and tweak it now and then. It took me about, I'd say, 2 weeks, which is really fast, but 2 weeks to get my AI to, it's literally my clone. It's like, it's Valarie.
Valarie, the foundational word that you use there is your prompt engineer supports you in getting to the nuances of what you want to say and how. And it
Yes,
is a craft. And we are in this insta society. Most of us want everything
yes.
yesterday. We don't want to wait, but all good things take time. And
Just a
that's how
little
you
bit.
end it.
2 weeks is
Yeah,
not that bad, you know?
no. No, not to give you long range, long term
Yes.
longevity kind of thing. So I like that. Well, how do you take your clients? You mentioned it somewhat in what you just shared with us. How do you take them from visibility, from the missing link, how to simplify what they're doing to get to the missing link? How do you do that with them?
Right.
I know it's
So
different for each and every one,
it is.
but
It
what are
is.
some of the keys?
It's different for each and every business, but I do this for each and every client that I work with. I basically look at their overall online presence.
Yes.
And I also take a look at their business plan if they have one. Because what you have in your business plan, your goals and things, is marketing a part of it. Is AI in there now? Now it should be. If you're using AI in your marketing or in your business, it needs to be a part of your business plan. So I take all of that, how I see them show up in organic searches and things like that, whether it's social media, I look at their email if they're using it, any ads, I look at everything. And then I see, well, I look at their calendar. What are you spending your time on? How much time are you spending on that? Are you spending 3 days just to put out one email? Are you taking 3 hours to create one social media post?
Yeah,
Yeah, I look at everything,
the
and then
packet.
I craft for them. Here, this is how you're gonna use AI to stop doing this and start doing this. Stop doing this and start doing this. Get this from this. Setting up workflows. I help them use this. There's a site called Zapier where you
Mhm.
can plug in, let's say, your email with ChatGPT or whatever model you're using, and they can
Yes.
speak to each other. So you only have to go on your AI model and tell it what you want it to do. It'll speak to the email for you and get that done. Now you're not having to walk into your email every day to answer sales emails or anything else like that.
Mm.
It knows what you want to do. I have it plugged into my calendar and knows exactly, Valarie, you can get rid of this task and move it here. So now you've got 3 hours extra on Friday. And I'm like, okay, do that. Move it for me. It's
Mm.
done. I just tell, go look at my Google Calendar. Where am I wasting time? How can I add one more hour because I need to get this done? Where can I put that at? It goes and looks at it and comes back and tells me. So that's what I help entrepreneurs during their business. I go in and find out where they're wasting their time or how they can be more efficient and get more done so they can get results, how to get leads using YouTube. I'm a big fan of YouTube. And I said, are you using
Mm.
YouTube the right way?
Mhm.
It's the second largest social media platform in the world, as well as the second largest search engine. Everybody should be on YouTube, period. That's my opinion. But
Mine too. I completely agree with you. And Valarie, you started off with the nuance of how you said it. You nailed and put together and brought together in one good bundle everything that you said, an overall online presence.
yes,
Presence, because most of us want to be seen, heard, and we want to be valued for what we're doing and what we're about. But the workflow and how we go about that and how we craft that is a whole different ball game.
yeah,
And when I come back, we're going to take a quick little reset. I want you to keep this in mind because this is what I want you to speak to, because it ties into what you just ended us with. How to simplify our marketing with AI without losing our voice or our sanity. I love that. So hold tight and keep that in your noodle,
okay,
your brain.
okay.
And then I'm going to be back with you in just a second. We're going to take a quick little reset. Don't you love all of, AI? How can you not love it, whether you know or understand it or not? And this is a lady that after you listen to and spend some time in what you're doing here and now, she knows her material. It's connected and embodied in her, and she wants to share it with you. So you have an assignment. We love homework to meet and greet her one-on-one, and we're going to show you how in just a second. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies, and I open up telling you that we're going to change it here coming August, it's going to be Leading Ladies and Lords, Lords, Leaving Legacies, because I want gents to come in here. We're not a sexist in this community that we're in. And once a month or however often it turns out, a surprise male guest who'll come and share his view. But in the meantime, you continue to come and share with us your vision, your purpose, and the mission that you're about. And that's what Valarie is sharing with us today. She's sharing with us all of this knowledge that she's accumulated over the years because she loves technology so much. And way before AI became just being in the stratosphere with technology and all the social media platforms. So you have an assignment. Come and join us there. I now have a YouTube channel. It's Joy Ruffen, Fashioning, Femininity, Style, and Truth. You're invited to go there. And don't do what I do often. I go, I look, and I listen, and I forget to subscribe, comment, and so on. We're looking for you to become a part of this community. So go there and make sure you connect with us there. I also have my Rebirth bundle ready for you. It's a package. It's digital, 3 weeks, powerful information, and 2 bonuses and some extra guides for you. Just take a screenshot or a snapshot, get the link, and you can see what that's all about. If you're interested in presence, remember we ended with that word presence, and everybody's using it now, but we're going to utilize it in the best way for you. And then let's take a look at Valarie's graphic, because what we're going to do is make sure that you take a screenshot, because your business deserves better marketing. That's why she's here. She wants you to connect with her. And so do I, because zero burned out and broke and making no money at all, it's not fun. We've all been there. So she's going to show you how to take your social media platform, your business, and put it into the right stratosphere where you will not remain broke and disconcerted about all the things that you're doing with the business that you love. So take a screenshot, take a snapshot, and she's going to help you to clarify, you know, that buzzword that's going around, clarify all the things that you're doing and put it into a package that's going to work for you. And in the meantime, you know the assignment. Make sure you make the connection, because that's why we're here, sharing other people's journey, their history, their expertise, and their knowledge with you so that you can partake of it. Valarie, I left you with the how to simplify your marketing using AI without losing your voice, your flair, the flow, and the flavor of you. So share with us a little bit about that. Hello there. Kit. Kit is here to say hello.
My mom.
Your mom. Good to have you here. You raised a beautiful young lady here. I don't really know her, but I'm getting to know her, and I love everything about her and the work that she's doing. Thank you for stopping by. So Valarie, how do we do all of this without losing our voice? And then qualify voice for those people who might think it's just the vocal cords. It's more than that.
Yes, it is definitely more than that. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs, they are worried about sounding robotic or sounding like everybody else. And it does that sometimes. It really does. AI, because AI only, it pulls from the internet. If you didn't know, it gathers its information from all over the World Wide Web. So you have to craft it. At least it allows you to really teach it how I don't want to use this word. I don't want to talk like this. I don't want to sound like this. I refuse to have you paraphrase it in this way like everybody else. That's why I said it's not instant. It's if you want it to really be in your voice, the way, like, mine will say like and awesome. I say like and awesome all the time. Those are my words. So my AI knows that you're Coach Valygrl. You like to say like and awesome. So that's going to be a part of your lingo. Yes, in a professional way, but I don't want to lose that part of me. That is who I am. I am, oh my God, totally awesome. Like, that's me. So it's really teaching it, do something, create a blog, and then take that blog and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. And, I would never say anything like that. Yes, I like the way you said that, but could you maybe use this word instead of that one, and then refeed it into the system? And the main thing, here's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't do. They just jump on board and start prompting and
Yes.
Go into the settings of whatever model you are using. Go into the settings They're in all of them. I don't care if you're using Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you're using. There's
Mm-hmm.
the settings for you to go in there and give it the characteristics of you. I told it everything. I'm a military brat. I'm a mom, a wife of three, wife, 3 kids. I've got a grandson. My mom and dad were in the military. I told it everything about me and then everything about my business. I gave it all the links to my social media, my website, everything so that it knew. And then I asked it to really go out there, look at everything that I'm doing from when
Mm-hmm.
I started back in 2013 to now, or 2012 to now. Look at everything that I'm doing. What can you say about me? What do you think who I am? And then take that and even tweak it more. So that's why I said it took about 2 weeks because it's a matter of fine tuning, tweaking, have it research you personally and professionally. Look at everything that you're doing. I shared pictures, posts in the chat, just so it really got to know who I am, my favorite colors, favorite food, drinks. I'm a coffee freak, love Washington State, things like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what people are not doing. They're just jumping in and
Yes.
reading, telling it a few things. I have this business, blah, blah, blah. You got to get deeper than your business because your business is nothing without you. So if you don't get personal with your whichever AI model you're using, you're still not going to get the real results that you really want that will help improve your business results of what you're using it. So it's deeper than just business. It's personal.
Yes. And Valarie, you lit me up in the way. I'm going to take it further now because you're sharing more information. I did go after I met with you maybe a month or so ago, and you mentioned about
Mhm.
going in and having it use your language. I went in and all the verbiage that I see that AI know created for even what I was doing, because I jumped in initially and just used it and gave it my seeds and it did the
So
writing.
did I.
But I stopped that and I went in and said, don't ever use this phrase again. Don't use this, add this,
There
blah,
you
blah, blah,
go.
blah. But I'm going to go in now and go much deeper based on what you're sharing with us today. I'm going to give it my whole bio from the beginning out of the womb up until now about what I'm doing, why
Mhm.
I'm doing it, and how, so that it has more leverage on what I'm doing. So how I'm going to paraphrase that where it works. I get it. I like that. But
Yes.
how do you find when you share that with people? Have you had people say to you, well, I'm not sure what my voice is. I don't know how to go about doing that. Have you had anybody who's honest enough maybe to say that?
Yeah, and
Maybe
I've
not
had
as
people
vocal?
they don't even know. They're like, "I don't even know what my brand is," or some of them don't even know who their ideal client is or who their audience is or things like that. And
Yeah.
I usually take them back and I say, "Well, why did you start your business in the first place? What
Yeah.
was your reason for just actually starting your business or creating your product or opening a store? You did it for something, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be money or just freedom or you wanted to help people. It doesn't matter." I was like, "But why did you do that?" And then I tell people I do this a lot with ladies because that's who I help the most.
Me
I
too.
say, "Go get a mirror or go stand in front of a mirror, get your compact, look in the mirror. 90, 80 to 90% of your audience, the people that you're trying to speak to, your voice, they look just like you." 'Cause I almost guarantee the people that you are helping are people that you have struggled with something in your own life, and you're like, "You know what? I can help other people. Let me start this business." Most of your ideal clients, they look like you. So when I tell people, "How do I speak to them using AI, speak the truth. Get real with yourself about why you started your business. Understand your ideal audience is someone just like you and speak that language." They don't understand it. I'm Gen X. I am Gen X, so I speak Gen X. I say I'm Gen X personified because I love that generation. Well, why wouldn't I? That's my generation. I was a teen in the 80s and in my 20s and the 90s. So I speak Gen X, and that's who my clients are. Most of them, Gen X. I
Yes,
very
yes,
rarely
yes.
have anybody a millennial or a boomer. I've got a couple, but not many.
Uh-huh. I'm laughing and chuckling away in love and admiration because when you say when I ask you, because I had the feeling that a lot of people, just from my dialogue back and forth with people, don't really kind of know and understand. And when you have that look into the mirror, people look into the mirror and oftentimes they see what they want to see. But that's another saga. What I want
Yes.
to get to now is that's a whole nother. We'll talk about that another time. But you gave me something, the 5-second hook test. Are you scrolling? Is your scrolling worthy of it? is it worthy or is it being ignored?
Hmm.
Talk a little bit about that, because this thing about like, comments, and stuff, I mean, that's important. It's major, but I think many of us have taken it out of context. So how can you speak to that to give us some wisdom about that?
Right. So hook test, the 5-minute hook test,
Yes.
really can be with anything. It could be email subject line. It could be a social media header or, on your graphic, YouTube title. Those things actually do matter because believe it or not, if you're doing business online, everything comes back to the algorithm. And if you don't know what
That
the
algorithm.
algorithm is who sees what, how your stuff shows up in a feed or on YouTube or whatever it is. So if you're not grabbing that person's attention immediately, like in the first 3 seconds, there's
Mm.
something wrong with what you're saying. And here's
Hmm.
the thing I help entrepreneurs do with AI. Instead of just coming up with what you think is crafty about whatever it is you're showing, I ask AI to go out and find my ideal clients. I give it all the description of who my clients are. And I said,
Mm.
now I want you to go to chat rooms, groups, where blogs, articles, anything, and see in real time what they are saying is bothering them, what their issue or problem is, what's keeping them up at night. I want the exact verbiage. So it'll come back and give me, and I said, ask for 20 different things. It'll give me 20 different things. It'll say, I got this from this site, and this is a legit what they are saying. They're struggling with this, they're having a problem with this. I will
Mhm.
use that verbiage in my social media post header, my Edline email header, my YouTube channel topic that I'm going to talk about. If you're trying to grab somebody's attention, why don't you speak to what they're actually saying? Don't come up with a title off the top of your head. Use
Ah.
things that they're actually struggling with or have a problem with or looking for a solution. That's your title. That's the title of your blog, your article, your YouTube, your post. That's what I have AI help me do because it would take me forever to do that kind of research on my own.
Mm.
Now I
Mm.
use my AI agent to go and do that research for me. And and it goes live, like it's looking inside what people have just asked on Quora or Reddit and things like that. What are they saying that's bothering them? What's keeping them up
Mm.
at night? And you heard that term all the time, but
Mhm.
legit, what are people scratching their heads like, God, why isn't this working in my business? So the
Mhm.
title of your next blog could be, Why isn't this working in your business? You
Ah.
just connected with that person that just said that.
And
So,
Valarie, you began this with that good old time tested foundational thing called algorithms,
yes,
which is what sooner or later most all of us have to get to and begin our research and vet ourselves and others on how to utilize and maximize it in the best way.
right.
Because what you're really offering all of us, and this is what you gave me to end with, really, I'm ending with it, how you can find more time where everything is working for you, even when you're offline.
Yeah,
So all
yeah,
of these things tie in together.
yeah,
I have to tell you, I don't brown nose and sugarcoat anything, but I just love the work that you're doing because I know how vast it can be and how vital it is and needed here and now for
yes,
anybody who wants to stay online working as a business, because there's so much that AI is taking away, but it's also adding a lot. And all of us have
exactly.
to sooner or later learn how to maximize on it. And that's why I applaud you and what you're doing.
Thank
The
you.
time is gone. Where did it go?
I know. Thank you, though. This was fun.
I thank you, my lady love. Let me ask you this, and think about this for a second while I'm asking. What are some food for thought, some tips and tools that you want to leave us with that we can utilize and maximize now in the best way? And my engineer, I'm going to ask you to put Valarie's poster graphic up once again. And I'm going to ask people to take a screenshot and a snapshot of that. And then, Valarie, while this is up here, everyone who's out tuning in here and now and for the replay, take a screenshot or snapshot of this and make sure you touch base with Valarie. And Valarie, what parting words, what would you like to leave us with? Whatever, the
Ba-
stage is yours.
Basically, my mom said it in the chat. AI is your friend. It really is. It's not the enemy. So I know some people may think it is. It's all
Yeah.
about understanding it, learning it, and then just go out there and use it. Give it a try. You can't break it. It won't hurt anything. It won't do anything. And then if you're really just like, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, that's when you get an expert, someone like me, or if it's not me, someone else who really is passionate about AI and understands it truly, how
Hmm.
it works and how it can benefit you. There's so many benefits that AI is doing. It's unreal. Medical industry and
Yes.
education is so
Yes.
much good. I know that, it could be used for bad things as well, but I'm looking at the positive
The
of
positive.
all the great things it could do and what it can do for your business, how it can just free up so much time and speed up your processes and help you get leads. And it's just, I can't even, there's so much I can say about AI.
I
It's
get your
amazing.
love for it. I get your passion for it, and I
Yes.
feel it, and I know it's genuine, it's real, it's true. And that buzzword, it's authentic. Thank you for sharing with us. My engineer
Thank
is going to
you.
scoot you in the green room. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything. And I'll be with you in just a second. Bye bye
Okay.
for now. My Eagles. Oh my goodness gracious! How could you not be wanting to go more and more into AI? And this is a lady who will help to take you there. And what she said and what she ended with, a lot of it's more than powerful, but you can't break it. And I feel the same way about technology. I'm still struggling, striving, but I never say die, and I just keep going. And you are going to begin to do the same thing if you're not doing it already with AI. Thank you for sharing this moment in time with us. You know that I honor your presence, your energy, and your openness to grow, because that's what real empowerment is about. Because without liberation, it's incomplete. So as we let go of the old conditioning and the programming and the sexualizing, space is created for the true empowerment, especially for all of us. It begins to take place. So join me next week for another soulful conversation. In the meantime, make sure that you get to my website, to YouTube, to Facebook, and all the other social media platforms, because we'll be there. And get to my website. Make sure you connect with us on all of these and more platforms. We love your comments. And when you subscribe and give us your comments and what you think, yay, nay, good, bad, and so, we don't do ugly. In the meantime, I'm sending you, as I always do, as we end, just for now, the very best of the best with all my love from my heart to yours. Be and stay well. Cheers.